He's a showman. We saw this political theater happen. I mean, the reality is D.C. crime, unfortunately, well, fortunately, has went down. But if you're going to implement this in Southeast D.C. where crime is high. Implement this in Baltimore.
Completely disagree with Brandon. Do not send more police to Southeast D.C. or to Baltimore, because the reality is that more police in our communities does not actually bring down crime rates. What brings down crime rates is when we immediately address the root causes of crime, which is really a lack of resources. And whether that resources be a lack of opportunities, whether they be financially, educationally, whether they be a lack of housing, a lack of stability, a lack of security, that's where you have increased crime rates. So instead of flooding our streets with National Guardsmen, which we also saw, of course, in places like Los Angeles, which also happens to have a mayor, Karen Bass, who is a black woman, it feels very targeted. It feels very specific. To be focusing on these two cities, Washington, D.C., as well as Los Angeles, as we saw earlier this summer, where there's a use of force and excessive force and saying we're going to take over, where they're completely conflating statistics. And we know that Donald Trump doesn't like actually real statistics and numbers, ones that are backed in facts. But he wants to just use terms, as Brandon did say, as a showman, to increase all of these sort of fears.